Please.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ricardo. Most importantly, thank you all for the opportunity to talk to you. My name's Chris Schaaf, former line of business leader, CTO, and CIO. Now, what that means is I was both a profit center and a cost center. And I think anybody out in the audience who serves one of those purposes kind of knows the dynamics between the two. Now, what I do here at AWS is I serve as a customer advisor. You can see the 4 things that I really focus on. But to no surprise, what I talk to customers most about right now is AI. Okay, AI is a challenge, it's an opportunity. All right, we need some audience participation here. Could everyone just raise your hand? Please, everyone in the audience, raise your hand. Anybody who has been in their job or similar job for 10 years or less, put it down. Okay, a lot of hands still up. How about anybody who has been in their job or similar job for less than 20 years? Yeah, still quite a few hands up. How about 30 years? Listen, this is a very experienced group. I won't go more than 30. This is a very experienced group. We have all seen waves of business and technology. There's always opportunities, there's always challenges. But what I'm going to do is actually give some prescription to it. I'm going to give you, after talking to hundreds of customers, thousands of executives, the top 3 things that I'm seeing that are working in the marketplace right now and working in your industry right now. Freedom to invent. The number 1 thing that AI should bring us is innovation. Here's the key components of that. Think of AI as a platform. We've all heard and seen proof of concepts that don't go anywhere. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't think of your AI as a platform. Now, what I'm seeing with QAD right now, and a lot of the discussion that happened yesterday about we have an embedded platform of AI, that's great. That is where the market leaders are going right now. Data, we all know is incredibly important, but I just want to double down on that. Data is even more important because whatever AI you are using will be materially better if your data is sound. And there is a whole discussion, as we all know, about how the heck you actually do that. We've heard a lot of agents, agentic AI, agents. Just my simple guidance on this, what I see working in the marketplace right now, treat your agents as virtual workers, but virtual workers that do a very specific task, okay? You will potentially have hundreds and thousands, tens of thousands of these at some point in the future. That's where I'm seeing innovation going right now. AI you can trust. You know, from a security perspective, resiliency perspective, be very, very thoughtful on picking solutions, partners, and I realize, right, we're at the QAD session right now. You guys are customers of QAD, of Red Zone, but pick solutions and platforms that you know will scale and that you know have the security built into, okay? Now, from an AI perspective, there's been a lot of talk about AI, whether it be agentic, whether it be generative AI, whether it be the LLMs, hallucinating, maybe doing things not exactly how you want it. Well, I mean, that's kind of par for the course, but most importantly, make sure you pick something where you can monitor it, okay? You understand, and then you can tune it, you can teach it, you can tweak it. And then obviously resiliency, right? I mean, nobody wants the 3 a.m. wake-up call, right? You don't want it when your line goes down, when a machine goes down. Just make sure you're picking things that will scale. Because on the prior slide, we talked about the potential to have thousands and thousands of agents. Double down on whatever you're deciding to use AI for, that it will scale for your operations. Third thing, value. Now, one of my key things that was on my intro slide is leading with business outcomes, okay? Couple ways to think about that. Choice and configuration drives ROI. What that, let's kitchen talk that, right? What the heck does that mean? What that means is that you can develop in a consistent and simple way, and you have choices where you want to develop, okay? This kind of, unified platform being a key word that I keep on using, right? This unified platform of being able for your developers, your engineers, even your shop managers, your warehouse managers, your DCs, you name the part of your logistics, but they can interact in a consistent, unified way. Number one way or the number one thing that does, it decreases TCO, right? Because everybody's looking at that same pane of glass. They might look at it differently, but it's consistent. The second one here, use cases. All right, I have a couple here, right? Training operators, product recommendations. What I'm seeing in the marketplace right now is a lot of companies are still kind of in that proof of concept stage, as I cited earlier. I highly recommend do not do a use case, an AI use case moving forward, unless you can assign financial benefit to it. Now that benefit might be revenue uplift, it might be cost takeout, it might be cost optimization. Now to be clear here, I am not talking about, we need to do a business case for 3 months to figure, because we've all been in that world, right? And that's not a fun world to be in. I'm talking about more like things, we want to improve customer conversion by 400 basis points. We want to increase cross-sell by 5 to 10%. When you think about AI and you think about your use cases, and as you continue to drive into this world, have a financial benefit tied to it. And it doesn't have to be anything elaborate or fancy, because your financial metrics, just take percentages, take basis points to improve them. Those are the 3 key things. And I mentioned one, like the training of operators. Let's actually talk through a real life use case. Georgia Pacific, good old American company. They started off with a very simple question. Why can't we train our operators faster? And we all know in the shop, in the warehouse, in the DC, you pick the where in the manufacturing world, you have some turnover, right? That just happens. It's the state of the business, it's the state of the industry. And getting people onboarded quickly, critical. So they asked the question. The use case, how can we improve upon this? And they created a chatbot. Now, aside, I don't like the term chatbot. I always use assistant or agent or something like that. But they wanted to call it a chatbot. And essentially what they were able to do is with their new employees who are onboarding, and you can see the stat on here, right? When they were researching problems on the line, it went from hours to less than a minute. That is the ultimate. There's cost takeout there, and there's cost optimization because they could do more. And you can see the comment about how they were able to decrease the number of defects that they had. This use case, if some of you may have done this one, I'd be happy to talk to you about it. This is a high value, and it's a relatively low effort use case. Okay. Again, thank you everyone in the audience. Thank you to QAD and Red Zone for having me here. I will be here for throughout the rest of the day or the majority of the day. So if anything in this presentation caught your interest, come talk to me. If you want this presentation, just grab me and I'd be more than happy to share. Thank you everyone, appreciate your time today.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Much appreciated, yeah. All right, great. From one partner to another, Ricardo talked about the importance of partnerships. I want to emphasize that we are step-by-step building a fantastic ecosystem of very qualified, very strong partners so that as our clients are implementing technology, are using it in your business, you have the help and expertise of a very strong ecosystem. This is very important, when we think about really making sure the technology gets deployed. So, in that, I would like to introduce one of our great partners, Global Logic. They are a digital engineering powerhouse. They're part of the Hitachi Group. There are about more than 30,000 engineers globally, and they are very much specialized on the manufacturing, automotive, electronics, and the manufacturing industries. Global Logic have been partnering with QAD for quite some time, so they understand the industry, they understand our product, and in particular, they played a very important role in the delivery of our adaptive release. So I'm very grateful and thankful for their partnership.